Hey, what's up everyone? There are some videos that I want you to see from WKRN's News 2 channel on YouTube, which is the Tennessee weather. Now, they are forecasting a very likely increasing drought conditions through the end of June, and excessive above average heat for July and into August. But as we head into mid-August, I would say, according to what their reports show, I would say it'll be in the orange. So I'm just gonna. They didn't give a date, but I'm gonna speculate maybe August 15th. It'll still be warm, but we'll go back to above average instead of extreme. So August will be above average again. September, August they said it'll be extremely hot as well, but they said with cooler days varying throughout. Big temperature contrast throughout July and August, as well as throughout September. But they said September will also be above average. If just as you remember, well, if you don't remember it, I'll remind you. I could have sworn during those days. This was October 1st, 2019, I think it was. I think this was 19. October 1st, 2019, right there. Record heat took place for October. So basically, October 1st through the 7th, we were very warm. Now, I could have sworn we reached 100 degrees in 2017. I could have sworn that we reached 100. They're saying that we have not been 100 degrees as an actual air temperature in 10 years, since 2012. I don't remember that. I remember reaching 100 degrees within the last 10 years. I remember reaching 100 degrees in Tennessee within the last 10 years. Please tell me, if you live within the state of Tennessee, that you remember us reaching the 100 degree mark, even though we've been about 100 degrees for the past 2 weeks, and we'll continue to be that for the next week, except for this past weekend and one day or so this week. But please tell me you remember that we reached 100 degrees. But the second heat wave that's taking place right now is going to be above 100%. 100 degrees for most of this nation, and as well as Canada, most of Europe. Now they're saying that this is one of the hottest on record. They said it broke some records, but this month's heat wave is something to watch, because if you remember, in 1988, Nashville had a record heat wave then, which affected crop production, and it damaged a lot of agriculture. But the thing is, during 1988, apparently we had a lot of drought conditions without rain. We had no rain leading up to the drought of the summer months. So hopefully the same thing won't happen, because we've had, the past 10 years I can remember, rain. We've had rain every year. Almost it felt like every day or every other day there was consistent rain, some of which I've recorded and posted on here, and you know it. But this month's heat wave, they say it is very reminiscent of 1988. Started on the exact same day. Very interesting. Over 3 decades ago, that we had a similar heat wave, almost exactly the same at the exact same date, and we reached 100 degrees during the this last holiday weekend. And then they said hopefully not as consequential, because we had rain leading up to this. Some places over in India received monsoon rainfalls of 34 inches in a 24-hour period. Some countries received several feet of rain in 6 hours, and some places in the Midwest received a major derecho. There have been spreading wildfires throughout the nation. A fire in New Jersey is now over 85% contained, so that's good news there for them. 85% contained is great news for that. As you know, Yellowstone National Park, they have reopened portions of the national park, but lots of it has been damaged, destroyed, and is just unrecognizable. They said it is unprecedented. They had extreme rainfall, record landslides, rock slides, and mudslides in the area, and a lot of the area was destroyed. Then you go to Europe right now. Some places in Europe were dealing with record flooding, where they had the heat and drought, and the ground was non-saturated. You had no, and then the ground became so dry the water had nowhere to go, so it had flooded, but the ground was not really ready to absorb all of that. Then more rain fell, and then it flooded over. Usually when you have saturated grounds that happens, but in this case the ground was so dry, then the water flooded over and then started building up and flooded over. But Europe is now, the majority of them, dealing with extreme drought. I know Quebec, Alberta, and British Columbia, Canada, all of Canada, a lot of those areas dealing with extreme drought, record-setting heat, and so much of the United States, Europe, and Canada dealing with this. Now, as far as I know, it looks like our heat will extend through all of September, according to the preliminary reports from AccuWeather, Weather Nation, Weather.com, and the National Weather Service. So, and a chief meteorologist in Tennessee also reported from the Weather Watcher in Nashville. So that's an update on our weather. It is extremely hot, that's all I know. And we do seem to have these cycles, these waves. They go in these periods. They go in these periods of waves. And it seems that we have natural cycles that are being added to by, you know exactly what I'm saying. When you manipulate the natural flow of existence and the cycles, it can cause chaotic results. Look at the trails, look at the patterns, and you can see. But regardless of what's going on, be safe, everyone. I love you all, and I'm hoping we get some rain very soon, because they definitely don't need fireworks in that dryness. We do not need wildfires, and we need to be extremely careful. Much love, everyone. Let me know what the weather's like in your area. Stay safe and stay cool as you possibly can. Signing out.